10 dangerous beauty inventions, thank goodness, were left in the past. From the 1920s through the 1950s, the beauty industry was just starting to take off. While there were lots of sensational innovations created at that time, some of them looked more like torture devices than they did beauty products. Which ones were truly harmful to our health? Let's take a look together. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you'll always be the first to see all our new videos. Number 10. The Beauty Micrometer. Sounds like some sort of scientific measuring tool, doesn't it? Well, that's not too far off. This device was created to help makeup artists see all the asymmetries, unevenness, and so-called flaws of a model's face. With the help of the Beauty Micrometer, makeup artists would know which features should be enhanced and which should be reduced with the help of makeup. Seems like a great idea, right? Not really. This device, in fact, fixed tons of metal screws and straps to a woman's head and could require up to 325 adjustments. Obviously, it wasn't always a comfortable procedure since the makeup artist could accidentally press the model's head with these strips too tightly. After using the micrometer, a lot of models would often be left with painful headaches. No wonder this invention was quickly forgotten. Number 9. The Hair Weaver. This device was a dream come true for women who wanted permanent curls back in the day, before you could walk into any salon and get a chemical perm. Because, even back then, women who had straight hair dreamed of curls and vice versa. Some things never change. Anyway, what seemed like the best thing since sliced bread actually turned out to be a disaster. You see, the hairdresser would first apply a strong chemical solution to the hair, and then wind it up in extremely hot rollers that hung from a chandelier-looking apparatus. After a 6-hour session, you can imagine that a lot of women ended up with extremely damaged hair, and sometimes even scalp burns. But pain is beauty, I guess. Still, with better and better perming techniques coming out over time, the hair weaver became a forgotten thing of the past. Number 8. Hangover Heaven. Whenever we feel tired, or maybe hungover, a good face mask always saves the day. In 1947, there was a similar type of beauty savior, a mask with different plastic tubes filled with ice-cold water. Its original purpose was to freshen up a model's face during fashion shows while not ruining her makeup. But a bit later, people started using the mask as a way to refresh their faces after parties, hence the name. Not a bad idea, right? After all, ice cubes have always been great at removing puffiness after a long night of drinking. But, of course, it wasn't good for your skin if you wore it for a long time, since it could give you frostbite. So its popularity gradually died down. Number 7. Freckle Remover. Nowadays, freckles have become a huge beauty trend, so much so that people who didn't get them from Mother Nature are now drawing them on their face and even getting tattooed freckles. But not that long ago, freckles were considered flaws, and women with freckled faces were desperate to get rid of them. Desperate enough to use the extreme Freckle Remover. Here's how it went. The makeup artists would apply a special chemical solution to a woman's face, along with a gadget that would close her eyes, nostrils, and mouth in order to prevent chemical burn. Definitely doesn't sound fun, does it? Apparently it worked, and freckles would disappear within a week. All the same, it was still a dangerous procedure, so its usage didn't last. Number 6. The Glamour Bonnet. The Glamour Bonnet sounds like something sweet and fashionable, but in reality, it was just a weird beekeeper-looking helmet. Inside, it contained lowered atmospheric pressure that was supposed to help with blood circulation. Everybody believed that after using the bonnet, a woman would look fresher and her skin firmer and more youthful. But one dangerous side effect of using the gadget was similar to the feeling you'd get if you were to fly really high in a plane or climb a tall mountain. Some women would faint or feel nauseous. Of course, over time, better methods to keep skin fresh-looking were found, and the Glamour Bonnet fell into oblivion. Number 5. The Warming Mask. This strange-looking beauty tool of the past was made to stimulate blood circulation by heat, making a woman's face look smoother and healthier. At first, tons of women wanted to try it to get beautifully glowing skin. Although the general idea of this mask wasn't too bad, the mask's construction just wasn't safe. Because, more is more, many girls who wanted quick and long-lasting results would set it to maximum heat. As you can imagine, this was extremely harmful to their skin and overall well-being. Thank goodness nowadays we have better masks to suit anybody's needs. Number 4. the Dimple Machine. Who wouldn't want to have adorable little dimples on their cheeks? Looks like they were desired back in the day, too. So, like all great inventions, the Dimple Machine was created to provide what Mother Nature didn't. It was basically just a spring with two knobs that would press into a woman's cheeks in just the right places. The inventor promised that after wearing it for several days, women could achieve very natural-looking dimples. However, it didn't work out the way it should have. It was very uncomfortable while chewing, and it wasn't good for a woman's jaws. In fact, it was even prone to causing overbite after long-term use. Fewer and fewer women were ready to experience such difficulties, and the device was rightfully abandoned. Number 3. The Nose Corrector. Today, it's not that hard to get a nose job, as long as you have the money, a good plastic surgeon, and some free time for surgery and recovery. But it wasn't always like that, of course. So women in the past were presented the Nose Corrector. The ads promised that it could change your nose simply by pressing on it. More specifically, if a woman had a bigger or crooked nose, this contraption would make it appear thinner and straight. But this amazing effect wasn't permanent. Not to mention, the Nose Corrector prevented healthy, normal breathing. Since it didn't live up to the expectations, people moved on. Number 2. Toxic creams. The discovery of radium by Marie and Pierre Curie in 1898 resulted in massive interest from the scientific world and apparently from the beauty community too. So it wasn't long before beauty products with radium entered the market. In fact, radium was often the first word you would see in ads for these radioactive cosmetics. And it wasn't just a trendy gimmick. They really used radium in women's face creams. Nowadays, everybody knows that radium is extremely dangerous. So for us, the idea of putting it on our face is beyond wacky. The inventors promised that these creams would rejuvenate the face and that the radium would clean it in a magical way. So magical that the product quickly disappeared from commercial use. It's okay, nobody missed it. Number 1. The Scalp Massager. Ooh, this one just sounds super relaxing. I guess people have always loved a good scalp massage, so the great minds of the past invented this huge contraption with 4 vibrating discs to soothe the scalp. It was actually made to stimulate blood circulation, making hair grow faster and supposedly preventing hair loss. Again, sounds great. However, the invention was nothing special, since pretty much the same thing could be achieved by anyone at home with no special equipment necessary. Plus, doing it yourself was way safer and healthier. It's no surprise that the scalp massager didn't really stick around for that long. Which one of these beauty inventions was the craziest? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow beauty lovers. It's always cool to find out more about the industry, right? Stay on the bright side of life, and we'll see you soon.